Hey everyone, this is a coffee ramble for ArielAnatole.com and my Instagram. Hope this finds you well. Hope you all had a great weekend. I had a bipolar weekend, a manic weekend, and that is part and parcel of who I am. Today I'd like to talk about something that we don't talk about a lot, those of us who suffer from bipolar, but it is one of the hallmarks of bipolar. And that's that sometimes our brain, especially in a manic phase, starts to tell us that we don't need our medication and don't take our medication. And it's not always like a voice in my head saying, Ariel, don't take your medication. It's more like my brain gets too busy to remember to take my meds. My brain gets too busy to want to go to the gym because while I'm in the gym, I'm not counting properly because my brain is moving so quickly, and I then just, don't go to the gym, or I forget to take my medication. And that's actually what happened this weekend. Okay, so that's for Instagram, because they only give me a minute, but this is obviously something that's going to take longer than a minute to talk about, as it being a coffee ramble. This is something I do not like suffering from. This is definitely the hardest part about bipolar, because I understand if I take my medications, I am a more productive individual. And I like being productive, believe me. I'm sure my bosses do too. The problem with this is my production levels fluctuate, just like most people with bipolar. And over the years, I have definitely, especially as a younger adult, gone off my meds often. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, because that's what this is supposed to be about. I did not take my meds from Sunday afternoon till today. So I had it about 24 hours, and that is not tragic. It's not going to affect me as much as if I would take 2 or a week off, which I often do. And I will also say, I don't go off my Risperidol, because that keeps the voices from my head, and there's something about that my bipolar doesn't have enough control over to tell me to stop taking that. It's more the Depakote, because I have to pee a lot on that. It's more the Abilify, because you put the Abilify and the Risperidol together, and I struggle from like, okay, so you see this? That's also part and parcel of the Risperidol and Abilify. It gives me breasts. And instead of looking in the mirror and seeing breasts, I go to the gym every morning. And this is one reason why I have a very hard time taking Abilify without actually going to the gym, because I feel like I'm going to turn into something I don't want if I don't do it. Plus, working out, the endorphins help, I believe, help the Abilify do what it does. And so I didn't work out on Monday, therefore I didn't take my Abilify on Monday. And why did I take my Depakote? I decided to just stay in bed. And that's the weird thing about mania. So sometimes those thoughts are so random that it's hard for me to just get up out of bed. It's not a depressed bed. It's more like if I lay there, I can pretend I'm somewhere else doing something else, and I let my brain do what it kind of does best, makes up stories for itself, and I start to live in that space. And that's what I did yesterday. I basically lived in my head all day. I did not. And then waking up this morning, my brain still wanted to do that. It didn't want to get up. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't want to do anything, actually, but still lay there. Maybe watch some porn, right? Like, that's where my brain was. I start my day off with yoga to try to, in the morning, center myself. And that actually helps a lot with the circular manic thoughts. But that only goes so far, and this morning I wasn't able to do it. I wasn't able to meditate. I wasn't able to do yoga. I chose to clean my space. And that, I know that sounds weird, but for me, that can be kind of like the yoga, because I have to focus on things while I clean, and I try to focus on being happy and healthy while I clean. And I am a firm believer that if I have an organized, clean space, it's easier for me to be me. And so, guys and gals, and everything in between, thank you for watching this. I appreciate it. I do now know some people are watching me, and I appreciate it. I hope you all have a beautiful day.